Greetings, denizens of the internet. Today I will be... Well, today's a special day. And you know what? I've got quite a lot of decks to play. So you know what? I'm gonna play through every single one of my decks I have built, one at a time. And if at any point I get mana screwed, I will scoop and move on to the next one. So, and this is exclusive to Brawl, by the way, because that's my main format. But starting from earliest, let's go all the way back. Is there like a... Okay, well, you know what? I'll just do bottom to top, since clearly that's not working. So first off, we have Titania Super Boss. This was one of the Super Boss decks I built that was just kind of intended to meld the commander and make big commander. I'm not sure how successful they were, but all I know is I don't really enjoy playing them all that much. But yeah, the whole Super Boss series doesn't really work if there's almost no meld cards that can be commanders. So yeah, I mean, hey, there's the meld card right there. Yeah, guess you're gonna get to see the meld. Huh? Alright, let's see. Okay, so there are 4 or more land cards in your graveyard, and you both control Titania and a land named Argoth, Sanctum of Nature. Exile them, then meld them into Titania Gaia Incarnate. Okay. This is about to get really, really fun or really, really nasty. One of the two. I do think I need a non-land. Okay, the Mending of Dominaria would be kind of cool, but at the same time I need lands in my yard, so... Okay, what now? Do we have any utility lands, or is it... Yeah, it's all forests. This is a flaw with my old deck building. When I used to build land decks like this, I often forgot to put in utility lands. So, yeah, this deck is almost all forests. Except for Argoth. Which, frankly, I think is hilarious, but also kind of stupid. Okay. Now what? Mill 3, mill 2. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and... Okay, all they're gonna get is self-mill. I don't think there's almost any removal in there. This was built before I even had a copy of Beast Within, I think. Although I don't even know if that's on Arena or not. So, if it is, cool. If it isn't, oh well, not my problem. Yeah, so what now, opponent? Okay, so my plan is to play the Mending of Dominaria next, and kinda just hope that I'll have enough lands in there to, you know, actually make use of it. Alright. Mill 2, of course. Because I like milling cards. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so I guess I'm doing Druidic Ritual plus Circle the Land Druid. Yep. Time to mill. Yep. 3. And I'll just go ahead and return those and play those next turn, I guess. I'm supposed to be milling lands. But, yeah, maybe some discard outlets would have been pretty good in this, but yeah. These super boss decks kinda stink. But hey, might as well try. Alright, so I think we might have enough here to kinda just go on with it. Oh yeah, that's an attack trigger mill, isn't it? Fuck. I should have just played Excavation Mill at that point. Oh well. Okay. I'm not blocking that. Screw that, man. Oh, well. Condition has been met. That's good. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead and play Excavation Mill, I guess. Wow! That's so much, so many lands. Yeah, might as well. If they give me the lands, they give me the lands, and then I just ramp and go crazy with my army of creatures. If they don't give me the lands, then Titania transforms, and then I go crazy with creatures. It's not really a win-win. It's kind of a win-win here. There we go. I should have run landfall triggers in here, but I kind of forgot to do that with all the milling I was doing. Oh well. Damn. Sample Revelation, huh? Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna have to restart on Titania. Oh, there's a landfall trigger. Who'd figure? Yeah, well, a little late now, but whatever. I have enough lands to make use of it, so. Okay. Boom, boom. Yeah, just scoots, you know, totally normal behavior. I'm a really big fan of the scoot thing, you know? Ooh, let's see what to grab. I think I'll go ahead and do that. Just kind of play this. Yeah, you can make your orc army as big as you want, but though your army may be large, mine is bigger. Who the heck is this guy? Oh, yeah, that self-operating void warp card or whatever. Because the stupid heist mechanic. Wonderful. They destroyed my commander. Great. As if that was necessary. But whatever. If I mill 2 cards through Mending and the Millchantments, I'll be good. Okay, what are you exiling? Okay, let's just go ahead and take a look-see here. Cool. Let's go ahead and kill their 6/6. Alright, cool. No matter what that heist card would trigger anyway. And of course, like every alchemy card, it's extremely power crept. Because heaven forbid, alchemy cards are balanced. Because they don't want alchemy cards to be balanced. They want people to actually play them. Just what I have to do because of the stupid reworks. But, oh well. It is what it is. Alright, what the heck? No! Seriously? Why, game? Why am I not allowed to play a Mesmeric Orb? You all saw that, right? Okay, well, let's see what I got for achievements. Oh, cool. I got 450 games of Historic. Neat. Okay. I didn't realize that counted as Historic still, but... yeah. In case you don't know, Brawl used to be nicknamed Historic Brawl, so... yeah, it used to count as a Historic format. But, yeah. Moving on to next deck. I'm going to go ahead and... let's see, Sinister Math. This one, if I remember correctly, was my first successful attempt at making... Wait, what? Why is it putting me back in the Titania match? The hell? Okay, well, I guess it'll take me back? What the fuck? Okay. Color me highly confused. This game is tweaking. Like, holy shit. This game tweaks harder than a drug addict. And Titania is at transform parameters. Good. Great. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. What is Arena even doing right now? Like, I thought I was going on to my next match. Are both matches playing in the background at the same time, or what? Like, come on, Arena. I just want to play Magic and not have weirdness happen. You know, this is the kind of thing that would normally fail a take, but really I just am doing this all at once, so... yeah. Turn all lands, yeah, and then Scoot Swarm triggers. So... hope it doesn't crash. 50, 60. Okay, well... it's scooting time, kids. It's time to scoot. And you know what? It is time to scoot. Mill 2. And then we go like that. Mill 2. And then we go like that. Mill that. Mill that. Mill that. Do I even have any enough cards left? More than likely no, but whatever. This is Magic. Pure, unbridled, confusing Magic. Oh, there we go. I forgot about that. Mending. This game is fucked. This is why you shouldn't have Magic on a digital client. Oh yeah, it's making me lose time for some reason. See the line? Great, did it disconnect again? I'll know because if I try and concede it'll... Yep, it disconnected again. Wonderful. You know, I think I'm just gonna give up. This is Arena on drugs. Don't play Landfall. Because it makes Arena trip like nothing else. Yeah, Arena's tripping. Now I gotta go. I gotta reload. No, I can't. Oh, okay. It decided to finally work. I think it's gonna try and kill my phone. Because my phone has lost 9% in the last 5 minutes. 170, 180, 190, 200, 220, 50, 60, 270, 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350, 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 410, 420, 430, 440, 450, 460, 70, 80... 488 triggers. Damn. Boy, am I glad I didn't have any trigger doublers. I'm gonna have a sea of scoots. There's gonna be so many scoots that it's gonna be an ocean of bugs. God. It's a lot funnier when you're on the not receiving end of this. When you're on the receiving end of this, it's fucking bullshit. But when you're not, it's absolutely hilarious. Cause like, how have they not? Nope. Yeah, it made me scoot. Okay. Yeah, it's the disconnections. Okay, wonderful. Can I actually play another deck now? Please and thank you. Come on. And that is why we can't have nice things. Because as soon as you get something nice, the Arena timer has to go fuck you and say no. Whatever. Now that match is certifiably over, I'm going to go to Sinister Math and play this deck next. Okay, is it gonna load me in as Titania again or not? Wow, it actually does its job. Ain't that a first? Man, this game, sometimes Arena just really gets drunk. Like that's literally the best description for it. Just Arena gets drunk on Scoot Swarm triggers. No, I've got an even better one. Arena gets drunk on bug juice. I'm gonna save that for proliferate so I can get draws off the Azuri. Ironically, I think I do actually have an Azuri Stalker of Spears deck. I'm not really sure though, because with the sheer amount of decks I've been building, I don't honestly know. Ooh, Glistening Dawn, that'll be a nice... Those incubators will be a nice proliferate target. Yeah. I still have a lot of incubator tokens for this deck in paper, because I originally was going to build it. So, I wonder if I put any arena-only decks in here, cards in here or not. But, whatever the case... Do I want that? No. It's not important enough yet. Okay. So, yeah, it won't matter what the value is for the incubate as long as it's an incubate. And then I'll just go ahead and incubate again. The whole trick with this deck is Tin Azir making itself huge, right? You put double the number of +1/+1s on a random incubator that turned into a Phyrexian, and then suddenly that creature's huge, and you get the idea. It's not a very weak deck at all, but it also can just make things 5/5s. Normally they'd be 4/4s, but Arena Rebalance exists, so Tin Azir Quandrix for some reason got a stat buff, and I don't know why, but whatever, man. Honestly, I'm just happy to proliferate. And now I have big incubators, and now I can start flipping them. And it appears they're also playing an incubator token deck, which is hilarious, because both of us are doing the same thing. Except theirs is far more efficient and mana positive. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so they're incubating, and now they're gonna try and kill me. Wow, okay, that's kind of mean, but whatever. Gonna be an asshole? Fine. Man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to... Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to outpace them. Dang it, man. I was on the bleeding edge of incubator tech for a while. I guess this deck kind of got outpowered. Either that or I just didn't get a good enough start. What the hell is all my ramp? Come on. Gonna do an actual war, or you want to do a massacre? Massacre. Okay, great. And yeah, the whole deck is Phyrexian and stuff. Blocking is meaningless, and yeah. Yeah, see, if they want to buff this card, they should have did a +2/+2 to it, not a +1/+1. Because then it would be a 6/6. And then people would actually fucking use it. But no, they gave it a +1/+1 boost and went, yeah, that's enough. People will use it. And then no one does. You know, if you want alchemy buffs to last wizards, maybe you should make them better. And, okay, yeah, no, that's not what I'm doing right now. Screw that. I did not mean to click that. But yeah, that was sinister math. It's basically my kid's first whatchamacallit? Incubate deck. Yeah, that. Okay, next up we have Polukranos. This was my first attempt at building this particular card as a commander. Because I at that point I kind of had built with the Elder Giants, and like Polukranos to me was kind of like the fourth one unofficially. So, yeah. If you're seeing this video in the future, that's before the fourth Elder Giant was put in Magic, which doesn't exist yet, but is confirmed in the lore to exist in Theros. Its color identity is blue-black, but it doesn't exist in paper yet for some reason. I'm suspecting they're saving it for Modern Horizons 4, which will probably come out next year if the release schedule rate stays the same. So, yeah. But this is Polukranos and Umori, because I figured Polukranos would like a deck with a lot of creatures in it, because it itself is a creature. And Umori makes sure that Polukranos is cheaper in both senses of the word. So yeah, it also just works really well. You wouldn't think it's as good as it is, but it's honestly surprising sometimes. Is this... yeah. Trample, Ward 2, enters the X +1/+1s. Okay, yeah. If I remember right, the original version of Otrojelly doesn't have a ward on it. But yeah. Only reason I know that is because I tried playing it in paper and then realized there's no ward on it. Is this? Yeah, that's... okay. And then we go like this, sack this. It'll make a copy at the next end step. Let's see, do I need green? Yeah, I need green. White of the Reliquary is nice in this deck. What? Bruh, why scoop? Okay, well, let me just explain game plan. Okay, so basically game plan here was chain spam Polukranos from graveyard using any proliferate counters on it and other creatures that had adapt and, you know, counter synergies, and then just kind of smash face. So yeah, continuing from that, let's go ahead to the next deck. Cool, don't care. Give me another deck to look at. Let's see. Gutmorn Tempting. This one you may have seen in a previous video. This one is a Gutmorn meme deck that goes, hey, you want useless junk? Have it. It's utterly horrible and contains cards that intentionally counter each other in order to bait and switch the opponent into making themselves lose. Absolute stupidity every time. It's funny because it's stupid. Okay, so I have a Starving Revenant, Packed Weapon. Yeah, I also do have ways to kind of live past 0 life, because honestly, that's just kind of what you need sometimes. And honestly, I'm just in the mood. So I don't know why I got matched with the Brea deck, but if I get completely stomped, I get stomped. I don't care, man. This is a meme deck. Why am I getting matched up against Bracket Hell? Not Bracket Hell. What's it called? Matchmaking Hell. Yeah, that's it. That's the spice. Alright. Hey, opponent. Do you want a Demonic Pact? Here, let's make a trade. Demonic Pact for one of your non-lands. You know? Here, have a Demonic Pact. You can kill Gutmorn if you want to. He's already served his purpose. Please, please. Go ahead. You can play Magic. Just, please, use one of my dumb cards. That's all I ask. Wow. Wow, they're doing Descend Brea. That's pretty smart considering they're doing discard. I mean, it's a logical thing, I suppose. I'll go ahead and gift them a present because I'm a very charitable fellow. And yeah, then I'll just go ahead and play this, I guess. I have no idea what that does, besides being a mana rock and... Well, actually, I know exactly what it does because I play it in one of my other decks. But, you know. Ooh, nice. So they're gonna Brea all over me. Wonderful. I mean, I made food for them because I'm a charitable person. And now they're going to start manufacturing weapons. Wow, that's a really scary feeling. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I'll just gift a tapped fish, I guess. Yep, there you go. Merry Christmas. May your new year be sappy and full of memes. I know I'm gonna need a lot of shit to make this work. It won't, but, you know. Oh man, they discarded my Demonic Pact. What a killjoy. There's a lot of other joke cards I put in here too. I have a one with nothing I give people as well. But yeah, this guy's hyper-focused on winning, so there's not really much fun to be had. Nah, not yet. I'll just reanimate it. Fuck it. I'll give him a price of betrayal. You betrayed me. You traitorous scumbag. Come here, you scumbag. Nah, I'm not paying that one. Go ahead, have your cards. I'm gonna make you discard a non-land anyway. Hey, you want this price of betrayal? Okay. Ooh, nice. Storm the Vault. I don't think I'm ever going to have enough artifacts for this to matter. Which is the funny part. Do I even want to play this? No. Yeah, screw it. I gotta... The best thing about gambling, you gotta do it. You know, when one gambles, you should always have no self-impulse control. Please do not follow that advice unless you really want to lose all your money, which, believe me, is a very bad idea. Instead of going gambling, you could be saving up to buy gold, which, by the way, is not a crazy idea at all, and is actually a wise investment vehicle, because gold still retains value even during economic turmoil. But that's beside the point. Oh boy, my own price of betrayal betrays me. Who'd figure? Dang it. I should have gave the Aether Spark to my opponent and do that myself. I mean, yeah, this is Christmas the deck. So, I don't know what the deal is here, but... let's give them a Storm the Vault, because... Why the hell not at this point? They've got enough... They could have killed me last turn, and they didn't, and I don't know why. But hey, whatever. You want your Storm the Vault back? Okay, cool. Go ahead and have it back. I really do not care. Why? What did I do to you? You could have just burned me to death already. Like, bro, there's literally an option here that says 3 damage to target player or planeswalker. Like, you could have killed me 2 turns ago with Breya. God. I'm tempted to build a Breya deck to show these idiots how it's done. Because, dear God, they should have killed me by turn 4. But, you know, an inefficient Breya deck is not supposed to match up against a meme deck. Whatever. I don't even have any of the Moxen in that deck. Okay, on to the next one. Let's see. So yeah. Next one we have Inked Weapons. This is one of the 4-color experiment decks. This one was a ink, which is every color except 1. I don't remember which one that is. It was displayed earlier, and I just don't. Oh, there it is. Red, green. Yeah, there's no black in this one, so this is Omnath colors basically. But I went the Voltron route because I figure if you're gonna have 2 commanders, you might as well Voltron one of them up and make them work. I do have a lot of cards with 4 Mirrodin and Reconfigure because I figure contributing a body while playing an equipment is an invaluable asset rather than just playing regular equipment and then not having anything to equip them to. Also auto-equipping equipment because, you know, you need those. But yeah. You go Kupka and Titus Xanarfin Faith, which is Thrasios, Bruno, I think. Ugh. Give me a sec, I'm itching my scalp. Yeah, Bruised Terrell and Thrasios. So yeah, that's what their magic names are. I don't know why we can't use the magic versions, but, you know, screw me, I guess, for wanting magic cards in Magic. I don't know. It just feels like if they have Universes Beyond cards, they should have a non-Universes Beyond version for every single one on Arena. Because I'm sorry, but I don't like seeing this random-ass character I don't know instead of Bruce Terrell. Because at least with him, I know who he is. You know? Okay, I lost a life. Wonderful. I don't care. Okay. But yeah, this is straight just multi-Voltron. I was kind of in my phase of how do I make a deck that's modular but yet at the same time playable? Unfortunately, this deck has been severely power crept due to the existence of multiple new Moxen, but, you know, it's still pretty cool. Let's see. They're gonna get free cards because I am mana screwed. Yeah, at this point I'm just gonna give up here because without 4 mana, Thrasios can't do its thing, and if it can't do its thing, I can't get lands and I can't play the game. So I'm just not in the mood to wait, especially because we have so many decks to go through. We are almost 40 minutes in. Wonderful. Okay, moving on to the next deck. So that was Inked Weapons. Now we are moving on to, I think it was another one, You're No Fun. This one is a Yor deck, which is every color but... which one? Please pop up so I can actually sound smart. Every color but... red. Okay, so this is Atraxa colors. Yeah, this is the first one I made of the 4 color pairs because it was the first 2 that I had that could be used together. And this one is a very annoying deck if it gets going. That's the trick, if it gets going. I know at the time I put lockets in here to kind of make up for the lack of signets, but now that we have signets and the talismans, it does kind of help things out. Okay, so what colors am I missing? I have green and... Okay, can I please see the act? Okay, so I have green, black, and white. Okay, so blue is what's missing. But yeah, this is Tymna Thrasios, which is a classic combination of commanders in Commander, especially in the higher tiers. So yeah, it's a lot easier to play. You know what you're doing. I don't, but oh well. I should have played Thrasios. And I'm gonna get bagging. I'm gonna get Frodo'd all over. So yeah. Apologies if you see the screen like move crazily or what have you. But I am currently dealing with debris falling on my stuff. Okay, so Locket. Do I greed with a Locket or do I... Yeah, I should greed with a Locket. Like, you think it would be a good idea, but... Or a bad idea, but really I'm not sure. I think it's better to hold up mana for Fragment Reality. On the other hand, this mana should be used now. Because I do not trust that they're not going to flood the board with tokens with Taurens. And the last time I played against a deck with Taurens in it, I lost. So I'm going to unexist their Taurens. I know it's going to give them a free ring temp, but there's nothing I can do about it. Both of the Baggins are really good with the ring temp too, or at least the multicolored ones. Of course, that's not being specific because there's so many Frodos and Bilbos that it's honestly stupid. But, you know, I'm talking about the two color ones in particular. The green-white Frodo and the red-blue Bilbo. Which are... Oh, would you look at that? There's Sephiroth. Now see, this is the one of the few universes beyond alternate arts I actually like. Because, you know, it's not garbage. Let's go ahead and play Selesnya Locket. And Cecil's not playable. Why is Cecil not playable? Ah, dang it, I deprived black. Okay, well, I guess I'll just kind of go like this then. And do Grafted Growth. Which then, since I want to be able to cast both of my commanders in the same turn to scare the living bejesus out of my opponent. Because that's a lot funnier than just not, I guess. I am wondering if I should wait to do Season of the Burrow until later. But alas, I think I'll go Titus, Cecil, Sephiroth. So, Tymna, Thrasios, Atraxa. For those who don't play Final Fantasy. Okay, I have enough. Do I just go Atraxa? Because I am losing a severe amount of life. Yeah, fuck it, we ball. This may potentially not pay off, but who cares? Who cares? And it paid off, so I'd say this was worth it. And there's one of my favorite cards right there. So yeah. One of my favorite cards is Expel the Unworthy. You know why? Because it goes like this. And then unexist. Yeah, sure, you get some life as a consolation prize. But, you know. Yeah, this is one of my favorite cards. And honestly, I don't know why. I just like the hooded figure. You know? It looks like the same guy that shows up on Apocalypse. And I really like that, honestly. Of course, I'm going to be netting more life than I'm losing here, so... Or at least the same amount, as far as I know. But, yeah, that's alright. Ooh, they could have expelled the interlopers on me, and I would have absolutely got cooked. But No, they did not. And you know what? That's fine. Oh, thank you. I needed that life. Handy. Okay, I can't return Atraxa from the graveyard to the battlefield, so that's a no-go. Let's just go ahead, Blademere Locket. Do this. And then go like this. And since you exiled my Atraxa, I'm going to say fuck you. And go and exile your commander, because screw you, man. You want to prevent me from reanimating my Atraxa and making it indestructible? Well then no! No to your strategy, asshole. Let's see. That's... okay. Number of opponents. Okay, so it's ever only going to be one. Wonderful. And now Cecil is dead because of Elesh Norn. That's great. That's a feeling. Great. Okay. Cool. Ugh. And that's why, kids, you always make sure to... I don't remember, but I think I'm dead here. No? No? Okay. Wonderful. Yeah. This guy's been consistently denying my ability to play Magic. I don't like this. But whatever. Zap. Just no. Unexist. And then I get a rabbit. Because rabbit. Because rabbit. Of course, this isn't gonna pay off. And ultimately I am going to die. But if I must die, I will do it with dignity. I just wish it wasn't so degrading. Oh, dang it. Why? This is what happens when you don't put enough life swapping in a deck. Or just a way to forcefully balance everything. Alright, apologies the audio gets crappy here. But, yeah. Do go look in my phone now, because it is dying. Like a piece of... if you play on it for a prolonged period of time. Okay. Wow, I needed that runaway growth 7 turns ago. I really needed that 7 turns ago. Why? Why does this fail? I don't understand. Okay, come on. Give me a board wipe. I don't need anything else. Just give me a board wipe. I do not need a card draw spell right now. Just give me a board wipe. Come on. Are there any board wipes in this godforsaken deck? Oh, seriously, what the fuck? I mean, at this point, I think I'm dead, yeah. I'm just dead. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Alright, well. Moving on. Let's, ow. Fuck. Okay, so, and now my leg is numb. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and move on from You're No Fun to, what was the next one? Ah, yes, The Goodest Boys. This was my first deck in Brawl. It is still the best, and I will never delete it. This is the prominent star of the Dogs vs. Slivers video that kind of got me off the ground. So, you know, I love Isamaru, and honestly, for a start on Arena, I'd say it was a pretty good one. I once deleted it, but then I realized how much I missed it. So, it's back. Again. The whole plan is to dog them. There's no other plan. Just dog them. Just dog them until they're dead. Until they're doggone dead. You know? Because sometimes you really gotta dog with people. So, they're probably playing a blank deck because they're playing Obdazat, so. Wow! Thank you! Never have I seen a more moronic opponent. Ah, yes, so you want a curse attached to you. Okay. Idiot. What did you think that was going to do? I am a petter of dogs. Okay, cool. You killed my commander again. Wonderful, you're gonna need so much more removal. Well, actually, I'm being cocky, so... Oh, I have more lands than they do. That sucks. Because I can't use my, thing now. Oh well. I named dog on my Bloodline Pretender. Okay, is this still recording? Okay, good. Google is an idiot. And sometimes I press the button without realizing it. And then Google exists. And I don't want it to exist. So, guess what, Google? Fuck you. Man, I really love dogs. You know? When I go downstairs and greet my parents, because yes, I'm in an attic, I will absolutely be sure to pet their dog. Because dog. There's no reason, just dog. Doggone dog. Doggin', doggin', doggin'. Dog. Because Bork. And I have removal, which is good. Usually I'd get an Immortal Sun out by now, but yeah, whatever. Now they have 5 lands, so that's good. And, are they gonna come after me? Yeah, they're gonna come after me, so. Gideon's Reproach for you. A nice punch to the face. Just hippity-hoppity punching her property. Oh yeah, no planeswalkers allowed, by the way. Oh yeah, look at this ridiculous artifact. 4 different abilities on a 6-mana artifact. Players can activate planeswalker loyalty abilities. At the beginning of your upkeep, beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card. Spells you cast cost 1 less, and an anthem. How is that fair? It's not. It's that simple. Okay. Hey look, it's Karlov Watchdog. One of my more recent additions. I still add and subtract from this deck every now and then, but it's not really as heavily of a priority anymore. Mostly because it's just perfect the way it is, you know? Sometimes you just have one of those decks where, you know, you don't need any new upgrades from the latest set or anything to make it good. Yeah. Oh, you wanna play swords, huh? Well, guess what? My turn. Ah, get trolled. Obdazat scumbag. My turn. Ah, get trolled. That was easily the dumbest exchange I've had in a while. Just, ah yes, you swords my commander, I swords your creature. Good heavens. And now they're gonna have to deal with a bigger dog. Because woof. And their stuff's gonna enter tapped, so yeah, they're not having any blockers, so they will die next turn, more than likely. You know the funny thing? I don't even have to use any abilities on these cards to make them good. And that's good. It's Proof a deck concept is solid if you don't need your commander to have abilities for it to function. Good game. I'm gonna revoke existence on your Johnny's Welcome, because just for the extra flair. I don't need to, but I just want to. And yeah, then you'll die. The end. Say goodbye to your existence. Yeah, that's a good time. Alright, well, you saw dogs. Yeah. Something about dogs versus slivers just holds up. Honestly, that's one of my better videos. I mean, minus the swearing, but, you know, as you age, it just happens that, you see, swearing is less edgy and more degenerate and stupid, but, you know, it is what it is. A celebration of 5 years is kind of what this is, because I started in 2020, right after COVID ended, so... Can you believe it's already been 5 years since I started my channel? Like, holy shit. Like, damn, I'm getting old. Before long, I'll have a beard. Well, actually, no, I won't, because I'm not really a guy anymore. But you get the idea. The Ishtar, the I-Star, are living remnants of stars consumed by supervoids. Cannot be born any other way. Okay. Okay, cool. I don't know what that means, or in what context. Yeah, this is my Sinister Glint deck. It's one of my 2 Glint color identity decks. These are every color but white, and it shows. Let me tell you, it shows. It's not even pretending to be a nice deck. Yeah, Vile Smasher plus Thrasios with this deck as commander, since there's no Yidris on here yet. Once Yidris does come to the client, though, that's when it'll be okay. I just wish the other 4 color commanders would come sooner, because honestly, just seeing Omnaths on here is fucking annoying. We don't need another landfall commander in a 4 color, you know? Really, Magic just needs more 4 color commanders in general, but, you know, it's just this whole issue of, like, you know, I play Magic because I like unique cards, and the 4 color legendaries are unique. You know, they have their flavor. Yeah, sure, we have Omnath and we have Breya. That's great. But legitimately, I just want to see the other ones. Like, you know, Yidris. What's the other one? I know there's one for Witch, too. Witch and... Well, yours got Omnath, because that's his color. But, yeah, we don't need any more your colored commander combinations or what have you. But yeah, it's a tad annoying. Come on, give me a land, dang it. Where's the land when I need it? You know, that's my calendar notification for my birthday. Happy birthday, me. Yeah, I don't care if I get disconnected from this one, because I'm gonna lose anyway. Okay, cool. I'd like to reconnect, please. Oh, I am connected. Who'd figure? Okay, yeah. Basically, this deck is a 4 color graveyard theft deck. The whole strategy is use Vile Smasher's ability to reanimate or cast big stuff, hit opponents for big mana value damage, steal big mana value stuff from opponents, use that against them to get big mana value damage. Usually doesn't work. So, let me guess. Yep, there's the no concede button, and if the concede button doesn't work, you know you're disconnected. It's a feeling, and I hate it, but it's what happens, and I fucking despise it. Why they haven't patched this bug out, despite over 40 updates happening, is beyond my comprehension. Oh wow, description. Oh my god, look at all these descriptions. You know, if everyone's shadow banned, then that means you're technically a one-of-a-kind viewer. Did you know that? Oh man, now every other YouTuber gets to experience what I've been experiencing for the past 5 years, being shadow banned. Welcome to hell, kids. You wanna... I can't really show you the door yet because it hasn't manifested, but, you know. Okay, yeah, that was Sinister Glint, or the attempt to play it. Because, yeah, heaven forbid I get mana screwed. But, yeah, that's... wait, no, that's not... Wait, that's Seismic Glint? I could have sworn No, that one's higher up. Okay, that was Seismic Glint, not Sinister Glint. That one comes later. Okay, next one we have Crumbling Tower. This is one of my Pie Break decks. This one is a blue-white graveyard deck because I had done red-white previously, and then I did a couple other Pie Breaks previously. So this was one of my later ones. It's a really good deck. It uses Disturb and Embalm and Flashback as its primary mechanics, as you can tell. And among other things, there's cards that exile stuff from your yard and all that. I don't even know if I'm going to get a good opener because this deck is notoriously horrible with the color balance, because this deck leans heavier into white, so as a result it's harder to get a good start. Yeah, I think I'll just put those 3 back and keep Sweet Oblivion. But yeah, the commander for this deck is Dennick, because both sides have utility, because, you know, I don't want my stuff to be interacted with early game. In particular, I don't want people disrupting escape combos and stuff. And then late game, I just start going crazy with the mill route and just kind of discarding the whole idea of even bothering to try and have any logical sense. So it's how do I explain it? It's a self-mill aggro deck, you know? It has aggro elements to it. It's not anything like crazy, but it's not like, it's not horribly weak either. It was a pain in the ass to figure out how to do this right, but I figured it out eventually. So, let's see. Oh, they're playing Slivers. Wonderful. Great. So now I have to deal with the Sliver Overlord again. Yeah. I don't like playing against Sliver Overlords because they make me feel an agony. Okay. Yeah, I can't play that because I don't have blue, and I can't play that because I don't have blue. But yeah. Disturb is pretty interesting as mechanic because, like, it lets you give things a quote-unquote second life, which I find really interesting. But, yeah, it's pretty cool. So now I have an archive haunt, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't even care if any of these things die because 2 have Disturb costs and 1 has an Embalm cost, so I really do not even care. Nope, not returning Commander to the command zone. Yeah, make sure you don't do that if you're playing a commander that requires you to have utility from the graveyard. Believe me, it is a very easy habit to fall into, and it has screwed me many a games. But yeah, it's magic. I think I'm getting out aggroed. Yeah, definitely getting out aggroed here. Let's go ahead and Do I want to do that or no? Okay, I think I'll just go like that. And then Beat Hook Angler. And then I'll get an Investigate. Yeah. On this back face, Danik is a card advantage engine, basically. And as well as more aggressive. With this deck, the aggro mostly comes like in the of it, where most of my creatures just become flyers, and then I just go in. Of course, because I am getting out aggroed by slivers, I can't really show off the full extent of this deck's power. But, you know, that's Magic for you. Just play and pray. Really, that's it. No other plan. And now my cat is attempting to scratch my chair. Wonderful. I love my cat, but he is a complete moron. But yeah, this is my graveyard deck in white-blue. It's technically a spirits deck, but not really, because it also has zombies in it. But yeah, it's not exactly the best. I may actually be able to live through this next turn, potentially, if I do this right and they fuck something up. Are they gonna tap a bunch of their slivers to draw cards, or no? Because if they send a singular sliver, I'll be okay. Because as long as they can't give their slivers trample, which I know they have one in their deck more than likely, that will, because they're a pure tribal strategy. But, you know, possibility is still there. And it seems like they're just going to go all in. Yeah. I am dead. Dead on arrival. But you know what? If I'm going to die, I'm going to farm one of the slivers. Because, you know, screw your bloodline pretender. You can't connect to me with that. So, no. But yeah, a lot of my decks have been put into Hell Queue due to the fact that they've been getting a lot of consecutive wins after their immediate creation. So that's kind of why you're seeing me go up against sliver decks and shit with some of my newer decks. Crumbling Tower was made, I think, earlier this year at around April-ish. And it's just kind of been sitting in my collection because it's just in Hell Queue now and it can't compete in Hell Queue. So I literally have to play it, and pray. Yeah, this one's a funny deck. I am playing through Final Fantasy 15 really, really slowly, but the four main characters, I have made decks around or featuring them. You know, three of them. This is the first one, Gladiolus and Prompto's Weird Trip, which is just Gladiolus and Prompto with a bunch of Eldrazi, because let's be real here, a photographer and a guy holding a giant sword would not understand what the Eldrazi are saying if they tried to talk to them. Just the sheer absurdity of the situation was just too irresistible to pass up. Also, since Gladiolus is the commander, the landfall kind of works. And I couldn't put the other two I had to put the other two in their own decks because color restrictions. And I don't have the King yet, so I can't play all four in the same deck yet, but I will eventually. Let's set up camp, which is the Ignis deck, because I've come up with a new recipe. It's just the most memeable thing ever, and honestly, I fucking love it. And then, yeah, New King's Rising is Noctis, the main character of Final Fantasy 15. So yeah, it's great, you know. With Noctis's deck, it's mostly focused around reanimating food, you know, equipment synergies, what have you. Because, you know, in the game, his whole shtick is that he has a lot of equipment that just kind of manifests from
due to his elder magic, basically. So yeah. Now that I've given you a slight nerdy rundown of Final Fantasy 15, let's just get into the fucking games already. Okay, let's see. What next? Gladiolus. Oh, there we go. Aerith. Do I get to recreate? I don't get to recreate Sephiroth destroying Aerith, sadly. But dang. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta admit the background image for Gladiolus's card is very nice. I like it. Bro, I plugged this phone in. It should be charging. Yeah, but they did a really good job with the background images in the 4 cards from the main characters, because each one kind of like demonstrates a different part of their world. This one is the wilderness over by that little curved mountain behind Gladiolus is a landmark in 15. I don't know the name offhand, but I know it is a landmark I pass by in the Regalia like constantly. but yeah, it's great. I love it. The Regalia being their vehicle. That's why that's in Magic. But yeah, it's whatever. Let's see. Okay, so this guy's played enough alchemy to know how to play alchemy, so that sucks. Because I don't like alchemy at all. So they must be a newer generation player. There's been a lot of new players coming onto Arena. Mostly because of the Final Fantasy set. Which is fine, you know. I like Final Fantasy, as evidenced by my Noctis player avatar, which I sometimes switch out for Yuna because I've played 10 as well. And 10 too. My next acquisition, I think, is going to be the Titus avatar if it doesn't rotate before I can grab it. But yeah. Playing a Jeweled Eye Cobra that on my turn 3, that'll give me parity if they decide to trade with it. If they don't, I'll hold it up as a blocker for their Ajani's Pride mate, because I know these life gain decks love to just be annoying about it. But yeah, it's whatever. I think I'll go like this, attach this to here, and then hold up. Yeah. If they destroy the Jeweled-Eyed Cobra, then I play Gladiolus next turn. And then the turn after, if I draw a land, I play it, boost Gladiolus up from a 6/6 to an 8/8 trample. Oh wait, no, it doesn't even... Oh yeah, it's another creature. Okay, so I might not want to kill Jeweled-Eyed Cobra then. Oh man. I forgot to read that line of text when I was building this deck. Oh. That's why I keep floundering against Voltron. Wait, what? Wow, they use Blessing of the Oracle against Gladiolus. Come on, dude, that's not even canon. Heckin' cannon breaker. Oh, so disappointing. Well, I think I'm gonna hold these instants. Honestly, I think it's a better idea. Because, yeah, this is... I may potentially get mana screwed here, but it could also balance out a bit. Honestly, I should have recorded this video earlier, because I once had my phone at 100%. But no, I was being stupid. Okay. That's a sorcery, isn't it? Okay, what are they gonna swing at me with? Wait, no. Ooh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, target that. Now see, I'm gonna do this pretty neat trick here. Pridemate. And then Ajani's Pridemate will die. I'll be able to manifest Dread. Put Forest face down as a creature. And then... yeah, I'll just kind of keep it. I mean, I kind of needed that forest or mountain, but now I have another one, so all good. And I'll get another land because of Gladiolus. So let's just go ahead and grab a mountain, since I think he's definitely more of the red kind of character. So, you know, just send a 7/3 at him, you know. Normal stuff. 7/3 Death Touch Trample. You know, just a totally normal Death Touch Trampler. Now see, with you find a cursed idol being a dungeon card, I am considering building a dungeon deck just so I can use Steal Its Eyes more often. Maybe I can make this deck the dungeon deck, because I do have a lot of dungeon cards in green and red. And it would be fitting for Gladiolus to go into a dungeon, considering, you know, that's what you do in 15. In Final Fantasy 15. So, yeah. Oh, great. Okay, so Gladiolus gets to die. That's no fun. Poor Gladiolus. He doesn't deserve that. Why? Why does he deserve that? Like, man, kids today, they're so mean. No respect for the classics. Kids today. Solace. Endless Corridor. I hate this card so much. Because, see, Endless Corridor is annoying because it goes, whenever you unlock this door, conjure a duplicate of this room, and basically it's endless corridors. That's the whole gimmick, right? And then there's another card in Alchemy that synergizes perfectly with this card by making copies of itself into your hand that you then cast, and then with each consecutive one, you get more and more copies of the card into your hand. I think it's called something Processionist or whatever. What I know is that it is an extremely annoying card, and I don't like it. Oh, and it also gives a creature first strike. That's great. That's really not needed, but whatever. Poor Gladi. He does not deserve this. I should be swinging a heavy-ass sword at them. Not losing. But whatever. Life is ass. So, you just gotta live. I'll do Sundering Eruption, mostly because I just don't really care. I just want to kind of save my hide here. And I'll get a treasure so I can recast Gladiolus. So, or Gladiolus. It's a really particular way you have to say his name. But it's one I do when... He's a character I enjoy playing with, and, you know, he's a good teammate character. So it makes sense that his landfall would target another creature because he's the big supportive character, one of the supportive characters. But yeah, they're at 52 life and I'm at 10. So I think I'm toast. They've got a 1412 Jazzle. And oh, that's even worse. Oh no, I hate this card. Draw a card if you control 3 or more attacking creatures. What is this bullshit? Like, come on. Man. Why today? Why? Like, it's a real question. Why? And now the landfall won't even do anything. But I had to. What do I do here? You know what? I'm just gonna steal its eyes. And, I'll just go ahead and scry one. Well, that would do nothing right now. And, you know what? I'm going to do a bold-headed move. You know, the sad part is I didn't even get to play Prompto, so... But he's in this deck, so... Yeah. Guy with the big sword is going to swing in as a last desperate act to do something before the game over. Your go. Come on, opponent. I'm giving up. Surrendering. You know, what people do when you've got them at their last leg. Bruh. Why even bother? You have the win. Just take it. If they try and do something or cast another spell, I'm scooping because they can attack me. Okay, they're wasting my time. Great. I really am not in the mood to deal with this. Bro, why do the arena players keep doing this? Like, if you got a kill on somebody, kill them. You don't need to waste your time showing what your deck does. Usually people can figure that out. Because, you know, you wouldn't play Magic if you didn't know what you were doing. Unless you're a new player, in which case, I don't know. I'm not exactly the most helpful teacher, okay? Moving on, we are going to move to the next deck, which is a Super Boss. This one was the first Super Boss deck I made. It was also the most successful because the Urza Planeswalker is fucking disgusting. And I am so sorry, but I have to say, like, it is so fucking gross how powerful this card is. Like, you'd think a 3-mana commander wouldn't be as bad, but no, it is bad. As soon as I get the Power Stone, I almost always win immediately afterward. Because, like, the sheer amount of gain you get from this Urza is ridiculous. Of course, if I had the chance to show that to you. I really hope this video doesn't end prematurely, because if it does, I don't know what I'd do. So, yeah. If it did end prematurely, I think I'd post a part 2, but, you know. If it does end early, I'll know, because then well, I won't know, and then I'll be taking a turn, and then it'll be like, video saved, and then I'll just be like, well, shit, I gotta record a part 2. You know? Goldforged Thoptrix, because giving my Urza board 2 is nice. Especially when he's a Planeswalker, because that's when the removal comes out. That's what I get for playing on curve. Jace, Memory Adept. Okay. That's one of the older Jaces, isn't it? This guy really likes Jace. I don't know why, but he does. And that is genuinely weird. he is using relatively recent, at least in terms of additions to Arena. But yeah, it's all good. Now I just need time. Mostly to... Wait a minute, what the fuck? I don't even think I've seen anyone play that more than twice. Odd. Well, assumption is made that it is dangerous, so it will die. Because I'm sorry, but that is required to do something. I do not trust this card. So one cannot trust Merfolk. Sylvamoxian Sky made me lose all trust for Merfolk decks that I have. And also made me run Exile in quite a few of my decks. But, you know, that's the way it is. Like, sometimes you just have to run Exile removal. Because there are some people who will abuse that their commander is indestructible and just spam board wipes. And if you don't exile their commander or remove indestructibility from it, which you can do with some cards like, say, Shadow Spear, then, yeah, it'll become a problem really bad. Like, really fast, like, you know? Let's see if mass production will... Okay, so now I have an army, and a bit of a big army, too. Why didn't they return a token? I mean, okay, cool. I'll just bounce it back to my hand and play it again next turn. That is seriously not... Wow, you really know how to make me happy, don't you? I really enjoy winning, you know? And this opponent clearly wants... You know what? That's great. And if I just happen to draw into my Mightstone and Weakstone, that'd be even better. But if it's a no, that's a no. And you know what? That's great too. Honestly, I should probably put Inventor's Fair in this deck. Very good with Urza, because then I could always... Holy shit. Oh no, they milled my Mightstone Weakstone. Damn it. Asshole. Kids today. Kids today, man. Why? Ugh. Kids today. They're so mean. Well, you know what? Fine. You know, be an a-hole? Fine, be an a-hole. But at least do it right. Yeah, they got their pants down. I think it's a good idea to send everything at them. Because you know what? If I'm going to die, I'm going to take them with me. And honestly, I don't... Okay. Saying this again because I don't know if it came through clearly. So, I don't know. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take them with me. And they chose to block, so they will not be able to kill me. Unless they power up their creatures. Which Soulblade is... Yeah, they just win. They don't even need the extra turn. Well, at least this guy knows that winning requires you to, you know, actually win. But, yeah. I gotta admit, I really do like this art for Temporal Manipulation. It's always good to buy yourself a little time. Seriously. Just buy yourself some more time. It's a good idea. Okay, moving on from Urza. Let's see. Is this still recording? Yep. Okay. So now we're moving on to changing relationship. This is one of the 2 Simic decks I have that is literally just ramp and then gain control of people's stuff. It is funny, it is stupid, and it almost always does its job or gets mana fucked. One of the two. Or spell fucked. But, you know. So it's either A, this is going to work, B, it's not going to work because I have too few spells, or C, it's not going to work because I have too few lands. More than likely too few spells, though, because there's a lot more lands in this deck. Oh, would you look at that? Speak of the devil. Lands and ramp. Yeah, this deck's kind of more focused around, like, stuff, I guess. I don't know. You know, there's a feeling. I like feelings. You know why? Rock. I don't know. I'm losing my sanity, as you can tell. These days, sanity isn't very hard to lose, but yeah. Oh, wow, I'm playing against Yuna. Wonderful. Well, it's a shame it's not the one from 10-2, but oh well. I mean, there is no Yuna card from 10-2 because they didn't do any representation of any of the Final Fantasy -2 games at all because, you know, screw those games, I guess. Even though, you know, Final Fantasy X-2 was a relatively successful game. As was XIII 2. But, you know, heaven forbid Wizards give the Final Fantasy fans what they want. But as a Magic fan and a Final Fantasy fan, seeing the 2 franchises cross over is great. But at the same time, kind of sucks. Because my favorite character, Jacked, from Final Fantasy X, ended up being a bulk rare. I'm just like, why? Like, he's not a bulk rare in my heart. Why does he have to be a bulk rare in the game? Like, it's not fair. Don't auto-tap either. Okay, good. I swear, this game can be so neurotic sometimes with these auto-tapping artifact BS. Bruh, I plugged this phone in. It is unplugged 3 times. Why? Okay. Do I want to do that? And risk pissing off a unit deck? Yep, fuck it. We ball. We ball. Nah, man. If I'm gonna have some fun, I'm gonna have some fun. You know? And I think an army of tumbleweeds is in order. An army of tumbleweeds. And then an army of cave monsters, you know? It'll be great. It'll be great. There's gonna be no problems at all. Nope. This is definitely not gonna be a very confusing moment for them. They don't know what they're in for. Now, see, if I could get a gain control enchantment, then I'd start copying it with extravagant replication and stealing their Yuna and their deck as a whole. Because their deck is also somewhat of a landfall deck, more than likely. Because, well, they're running Tatiova. But, yeah, it's great. Okay. I think I'm gonna go... I'm gonna hold the Cosmium Confluence and just kind of pass and hold up priority because I don't trust them I know Yuna sometimes is an Enchantress commander. And if they're playing Tatiova, they might be playing Landfall enchantments. And those are very high priority targets for Cosmium Confluence. So, yeah. I don't know if maybe they could... Okay. Cool. Yeah, might as well do this. Well, time to have some fun. Since they're not playing enchantments, I... might as well just be a piece of crap. Yep. So, the plan here is I have 3 copies of Cosmium Confluence. With each Cosmium Confluence, I'm getting a land, which will come out, become a creature. Then, I get another land, which will come out and be a creature. And then I get another land, which will then come out and be a creature. And then I'll just put more counters on it. And then this will come out and become a creature. And the whole trick here is that I am trying to ensure that I have a nice massive board state. Because what's more annoying than being a constant bother to my opponent for no reason? Well, nothing really. And it's funny, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and boing that to my hand. And yeah, I may still die, but at least I got to do my thing. Or one of the things with this deck, I don't know. I should have just played this earlier, but I was wasting too much time. These decks do tend to get off the ground really quickly, so I should have kept that in mind. Ah well, retrospect's 2020. Or hindsight's 2020, or whatever you want to say it. Okay, dude, you have lethal. Just take it. Come on, quit wasting my time. You know, I have other things to do today. Namely, playing more decks. And then, you know, celebrating my birthday. You know. Wow, that's the longest I think I've had a recording go for. Hot shit. Alright, moving on. We're going to go from changing relationship to... I think I'm going to start skipping some, because most of these are kind of the same. Warped Warfare is just Exile Tribal. Futuristic Firestorm is a one I can't play right now because it stacks. Let's set up camp. This is the Ignis deck. I'm going to play this one because I like it. And you know what? It's my birthday. I don't have to follow the rules. Screw it. Yeah, this is a very exact kind of artifact deck. Like, it's Simic artifacts, which, you know, nobody would really, like, expect, but kind of not really. It's a very unique deck. I just know that much. Well, they have a Hilderblade. Okay, Ignis will ramp me a land, usually. So... Oh, they're doing aggro, too. Fun. I mean, I'm not actually doing aggro, but... You know. The idea. Let's see. I have more blue lands than green, so I think I'll be good. Yeah, with Ignis, much like with Gladiolus, you do get a free land when it enters, which is kind of nice, and is just generally helpful. Yeah, do we want to lose him or use him? I'm gonna lose him for now. I'm gonna lose him for now since I'm one land away from repaying him, playing him anyway. Oh wait, I didn't have to pay the life. Or wait, no, I did. Did I? Huh. Committed a crime this turn, discard a card, otherwise discard 2. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for... Let's see... Crime synergies, huh? I think I'm gonna go for Seed of Hope and turn into a... No, I'll do Colossal. Because, like, yeah, while I do want the option to kind of just have fun with Colossal Sky Turtle, at the same time, sometimes it's just better to pitch it to reanimate it later. But I don't know if I have reanimation or if it's just going to become Ignis Chow. But, you know, it's Magic. Who cares? So let's just go ahead and... Okay, so Oko is currently at 4 loyalty. So timeline color is going out. Presumably it's going to swing at Oko. Presumably, because I know people don't like seeing walkers. Okay, yeah, figured. Bro, if they attach that to their timeline color, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Damn it, they're smart. Dang it. Kids today. Crap. Man. Son of a brick. And it's always these sort of no fun allowed kind of things that make me sad. Ignis, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. And, well, if I make Oko become a copy of Ignis, then Legend Roll will kill him, so I think I'll just make him an elk. And then pass turn. I mean, I could have just pressed deny since I wasn't actually going to do anything with him, but it is what it is. Okay, so they want to make tokens. Wonderful. And they're going to make bats. Great. What now? Are you going to swing at me or what? That's no fun. Indestructible God. Why are you so dead set on killing my fucking Oko? Like, what did he do to you? He really just wanna, didn't he? Yeah, I'm gonna let that happen. This is a very interesting Void deck, though. Didn't think Athreos God of Passage plus Void would be so damn annoying, but it is. Definitely. I think I'm genuinely just going to bounce this thing. Because that's a crime. And I'm committing a crime. And you know what? Fuck you, opponent. Get trolled. Get trolled. Behind the mat, I'm going to do anything right now. Let's do that. And then... I should have played this first. But, oh well. Oh yeah, I could... You know, sometimes I really wow myself with how... Sometimes I really wow myself with how stupid I act. But, oh well. Let's see. Well of Lost Dreams and plus food token would be what? 3 life, 3 draws. If I remember right, that was kind of what I built the whole deck around, just Ignis plus Well of Dreams, because those two together and you basically off the races. And then with Transplant Theorist, you can pilfer your hand a bit and just, generally check up on things. But now that I've set them back quite a bit, they're going to have to waste more mana to recast everything they were casting earlier. So, and if they try to swing Timeline Color at Oko, I'll just kill it again with Deepmuk Desperado. So, I don't want them to, but I know they will, because they're just going to swing their 2 bats and Timeline Color at Oko and waste their resources. But yeah, every time they warp their Timeline Color, they're technically helping me, so yeah. But they didn't warp him this time, because they're doing that. Great. Man, warp is such a nice mechanic until you're facing it in battle. It's just got that feeling to it, the feeling like a middle finger just slowly rising. So yeah, good time, I'd say. Good time. Okay. Cool. Oh wait, shit, no. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but this is still going. It's almost been 2 hours now. Exalted Sunborn. Okay, that's kind of decent, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and tap Timeline Color. Kind of just get it off me. Hold it, and then gain 3. No, I'm good. Yeah. If I had a board wipe, I'd be good right now, but there's not a lot of them in blue that actually destroy stuff. And the trick is, even if I did destroy other creatures, I'd have to be careful because I don't want to pay life for tokens to not return to their hand because, well, tokens cease to exist. But Athreos' effect still counts them, which is very annoying, but yeah. Very real possibility, too. I'm not afraid of taking damage. I'm more so just afraid of losing to damage. So, kind of looks like I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, though. Perhaps if I get a little more precise with this sort of thing, I may potentially be able to figure this out. Portal won't do anything right now. No, I don't have that other guy. No more warping. Stop doing that. That's annoying. Draw a card. Discard a card. Okay, good. Yeah. I like the food tokens for Ignis because they're just cool. Cotter, can you not... Sorry, my cat's deciding it's a great time to damage my table. Twat. I have a spray bottle just because he does that dumb stuff. Yeah, my cat is dumb. He goes, I spray him with water when he does one of 5 things. Either A, when he scratches something he's not supposed to be scratching. B, gets up somewhere he's not supposed to be. Or C, when he's just being a dumbass. You know? Because cats, they're really dumb sometimes. And sometimes they really need that just reminder that the human doesn't like their behavior. Okay, oh, damn it. Yeah, well, might as well try. Okay, well, if I'm going to die to this, I'm going to block at least one thing. So, yeah. This was the Ignis deck. This one's a lot harder for me to play because I don't get an advantage immediately or hit the right card with the Exile. You'll see stuff like that Void creature that was basically winning him the game. That deck is supposed to counter that, but I wasn't playing well enough. Okay, moving on from Ignis. We are moving to... Okay, let's see. How far are we from... We've already done Polukranos. Okay, so Wishbreaker is the last one. So, I think maybe 4 or 5 more decks. I'm already skipping these ones. Fishing for Goodies is a solitaire deck, so it would take forever to do that one. Convoked Revocation is basically fast learning if it had red. It's a Convoke deck, so, you know, Convoke. But that's it. I'm going to do New King's Rising, because this one's an Artifact Reanimator, and I think that's genuinely pretty unique for what it does. Like, yeah, sure, there's other Artifact Reanimator commanders in Esper and black and blue and white, but I don't know, I just like Noctis. He's cool. And also comes from a city literally named Insomnia, which is a medical condition that prevents one from sleeping, which I find hilarious. but yeah, you know. Oh, wow, I got a world map and a potion of healing in my opening hand. That's funny, isn't it? No, I don't want to close Arena. I want to play Arena. There's a difference there. Phone. Oh, good heavens. Okay, well. Time to find a swamp. Boing. Yeah, I went out of my way to put as many cards that referenced Final Fantasy 15 as I could in here, but, you know, I did have to make some creative liberties. Huh. Well. What to do? Yeah, so this deck, the commander has lifelink. And basically what you're doing is you're going up and down in life to reanimate artifacts. You lose life to reanimate, and you gain life to attack and do stuff. Wow, now I can't feel my hand. Wonderful. Okay, well, at least that's good to know. Cat, what are you doing now, you obnoxious creature? Quit making this stream about you. Ornery ass. Catter. Okay, anyway. That's magic. Yeah, Dancing Sword becomes a creature. So yeah. The trick with Dancing Sword is you have to equip it in order for it to become a creature itself. But once you do, it's pretty cool. Oh, he's going nice, and just, you know. Wait, why are my sleeves Yuna? I have Noctis sleeves, don't I? Or did I not get those yet? Oh, well. It's alright. I think I might have Final Fantasy 15 themed sleeves, but consistency be damned. It appears they're playing a Goblin and Orcs, a mass deck, which is... Yeah, they're playing Sauron. God damn it. Why is it like this? Like, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's also annoying. I want to be able to play the Blade of the Oni. Please let me play the Blade of the Oni. I want to make Noctis turn into... Oh, man. Why did they have to ruin my fun? I mean, I know playing Sauron basically obligatorily makes you the fun police, but still. Come on, dude. What the deuce? Son of a bitch. Okay, well, I gotta play something. And you know what? Why am I not able to gain life fast enough? Like, I have life gain cards, but I'm constantly having to re-spend mana. Like, why is this an issue? Seriously, like, why? I don't understand. Come on, just pass. I mean, alright, great. I think I'm gonna pass on that, mostly because I know I can get a lot more life this turn. Cool. Let's go ahead and just... Oh, come on, phone. Seriously? I'll go ahead and do that. That'll go to the yard, and then I'll do this. Oh! Oh, I'm killing myself, aren't I? Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, well. I should have thought of... Oh, I didn't... Oh, no, I shouldn't have replayed the egg. Ah, shit. Well, at least I have another chance. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move my commander back to the zone. Yep. And now I have two food tokens and a commander back in the zone, plus one land. Now see, the whole trick with this is it's trying to balance lands, so... Yeah. Moonlit Meditation. Ooh, that's interesting. I could see potential jank with that. So wait, you just... Wait. Damn it, man. Let me look at the enchantment on that orc army. About time. So the first time you'd create one or more tokens this turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies. Oh, that can potentially be busted. Huh. Neat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the volley. Yeah, volley veteran. That's what I'm trying to block. Okay, cool. Let's just go ahead and start stacking food. Because there's one thing I know how to do. It's panic, binge eat food. And you know what? I'm gonna do that. Because, damn it, I don't want to die. Ooh, instant death. I like that. I think I like that. Oh, time to sack the candy trail. Whoop-de-doo! Man, do I love this feeling of imminent doom. It's always so... how do I put it? Melodramatic? No. Just dramatic, yeah. Traumatic, dramatic, amatic, I don't know. Four, five, six, so 7, 8. So that means I have 8 mana right now. Okay, cool. Go ahead. I don't think that's going to be very useful to you, but alright, sure. Okay, 4, 2, and 1, and 2. So that puts me back down to 5 again, doesn't it? Dang it. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't happen, but oh well. It is what it is. Do I need to scry more than I need the life? No. Oh. Okay, well, I'm not dealing with the Sauron yet, so... If I can get my life total out of the red, that would be much better. Are you sure you want to do that? Oh, you want to do that? Okay, cool. I can deal with that. It's just... yeah. There's not much really left in my yard to hit. But yeah, most of it's just card advantage because I need that for my deck to function. So, yeah. Good time. Two life now or 3 life later? I'll do 3 life later. Mostly because I know they don't have trample, so... yeah, problem solved. Mostly. Well, not really. But you get the idea. So yeah. Cool. I don't really care all that much. I'm just trying to, you know, stay out of the red. And, you know, exist. Because existing is fun, and I don't like dying. I don't think anyone else likes dying either. It's not a very good feeling, you know. The feeling of life leaving your body and turning it into a corpse. But hey, I suppose some people would like it. At least now my commander's hexproof, so it's a lot harder to kill. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to live through the next couple of turns or not. But, you know, my commander currently has a shield and a sword equipped, which is nice. Well, or is going to have a sword equipped, rather. My opponent exiled my other sword from my graveyard, so can't do the good old smack 4 equipments on Noctis and call it a day. Ironically, if you haven't played Final Fantasy 15, fun fact, Noctis can actually equip 4 different equipment at once. Did you know that? Now you do. Very unnecessary fact. But still a fact. Okay, so we have Lempus. Okay, good. You know, the good thing about Lembas is that it always shuffles itself back in. So that is pretty good, I'd say. Okay, yeah, they're going to keep amassing, and I can't stop that. Which is a tad frustrating, but I don't know what else to do, really. Like, it's either reconfigure it onto Noctis and actually have a fighting chance, or don't and just lose. And genuinely, I don't like losing. Especially to someone playing a hecking Sauron deck. Do I want to do that? No. Oh, that's helpful. Leyline Axe and Giant Skewer. Those are good cards. I think I'll keep those on top. Honestly. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I can see it. Okay. Noctis is holding the line. Yeah. And he's swinging with smaller creatures, which is good. Good. So yeah, I have a Hexproof Ward 2 Lifelink commander. And they can't make it unable to block, which is nice. 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 7. So that's what. Yeah. 3. Basically. Math is a wonderful thing, because when you can do it, you know how to win Magic. If you can't, you suck at it. Which is funny. But yeah, I'm about to have a Leyline Axe, so I think this may potentially swing the game in my favor. Because with all the equipment I have, Noctis is now effectively a stone wall. That they... Ooh, I like that. Quite a spike. Do I have that in this deck? Do you want? Wait, where'd the... No! The Vorpal Sword went away because I shoveled my library. Damn it! Fuck, I needed that. Oh, no. Oh, I hate that realization. Because it's completely on me that I caused that. Damn it. Fuck. Alright, well... At least now... I can go like this. And go like this. Gain 3 life, draw a card. And there's Ardian. So that's good. I'd say that's pretty good, yeah. Now, their Orc army can kill me, but if they swing anything else with the Orc army besides the Assimilator, then I will be unable to do anything about it. Well, then I'll be able to do something about it, rather, because I'll be gaining more life than I'm losing. Or at least that's the hope. I probably should have swung and not played that one spell I did. Potion of Healing definitely isn't working, but it is what it is. Okay, they have a Leech Gauntlet too. Wonderful. Because as if they needed life. Great. You're gonna swing all out at me? Please do. I would love to kill your Sauron. Hey, that'll work. That'll work. Wait, no. Wait. Yes! I could do it! But it would cost a lot more, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. But you know what? I've got all or nothing here. And damn it, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live. And I'm gonna be... Wait, what? No! Mirror Shield, you traitor! No! No, fuck. Oh, I could have. Oh, no. Betrayed by my own mirror shield. Son of a brick. Oh. Man, that is a horrible feeling. Holy shit. Ah. Yeah, that was New King's Rising. Failing to defeat a Sauron deck. Let's see. Yeah. Degen 9 is just an infinite combo deck. I don't think you guys would like that. But, Merciless is just Rahilda. It's not... I haven't really changed it much, because it's kind of, like, not very fun to play. Now, this one's funny, but I like this one, too. Huh. I mean, but I showed those ones off recently. This one, on the other hand, I don't think I've shown off in a while. And that one's a brand new deck, so I can't really show that one off yet. But, yeah. I think I've got time for one more before my phone crashes from the sheer size of the file I'm about to create. So I'm going to go ahead and end this off with Second Life, which is just Garland. If you've played Final Fantasy 1, World of Final Fantasy, any of the Final Fantasy Dissidia spin-offs, and/or almost any of the Final Fantasies, you know who Garland is. Or at least have varying perspectives on who he is. Rather. You know, he's just that kind of timeless character. Oh, and he turns into Chaos the Endless from the graveyard. But we don't pay it. That almost never comes up with this kind of deck because, well, I almost never have it actually end up that way. But yeah, this is basically aggro plus Voltron, because I figured, okay, if I'm going to build a Voltron deck around a card that can come back, I might as well do Voltron, right? And then it'll be Night Tribal aggro plus Voltron elements. So there's a lot of knights in here for that reason. It's great, honestly. And you know what? It's a good time. So yeah, now I just go like this and swing. I should have swung the second turn, but oh well. They're not going to be able to outpace me because they're playing the Scarab God. So, yeah, if they try to, I'll gladly show them why you can't outpace my deck. Oh, would you look at that? Something that's going to try and outpace my deck. Isn't that funny? You know, it'd be great. 1 damage to each creature. That would be great. I'm gonna do that. Whoosh! There goes the fire. Whoosh goes the fireball. And now I have 9 damage on turn 3. I think that's a pretty good rate, isn't it? Yeah, pretty good rate. Okay, so if I make 1 mana into 3, I'll have enough mana to reanimate Garland as Chaos. So if they kill Garland, that's the plan. Just kind of have Dark Rid as a backup. Because sometimes you don't need Dark Rid immediately to get a win. Sometimes you just progressively grind them into nothing. So, yeah, it's a great time, really. They're about to take 9 more damage, so unless they kill my commander or kill the Raging Redcap. Counter unless its controller pays 4. Okay, cool. It doesn't make a blocker, so it's not a problem here. You are going to be dead, opponent. And if you are going to be dead, I think that's going to be a good idea. Man, this game's going by too quickly. This is supposed to be
A birthday present, dang it. Dang nabbit. Yeah, they're dead next turn. Like, why didn't they play their commander? If they would have played their commander, they would have had a blocker that could have easily killed the double striker. But whatever. I mean, hey, I built. Speaking of which, you know what? I'm gonna play one more deck. Actually, now that I think about it, because there's a deck I haven't played in a while. I really wanted to show off. No, that one's not ready yet. Yeah. This is one of my more recent decks. It's just Haste Tribal. Not very streamlined yet. Now this. So, what I did was I built Scorpion God because I know that on Arena, almost nobody runs this thing. It ended up in Hell Queue because it won too much against token decks. But, yeah. This deck is a cycling -1/-1 counter deck. So take that as you may. Or might not. I don't know. It's not my problem. Ugh. Alright. I think I'll go Biomanifestation. And then go Scorpion God, I think. Yeah, well, Scorpion God comes later, but yeah. The whole trick with Biomanifestation is you basically just cycle a bunch of cards into your yard and fill it up that way. You go like this, do that. Now, at first, this deck looks like it's not functional. It is, but there's a trick to it. You know, it's just got a trick where you have to, like, figure out what to cycle, when to cycle, you know. Because this is a Gate to the Afterlife deck. So, it wants cards in the yard to cycle so that I can just get synergies based off that, and then, you know, more on that, and yada yada, whoop-de-da, you get the idea. So, yeah, it's not anything too crazy, mostly. But, yeah. With God Pharaoh's Gift, you can effectively just make what is effectively an army of creatures. So, very quickly, might I add. Okay, yeah. I chose the Scorpion God because I like him more than the other two. And I also feel like he was kind of dumpstered by the plot. Like, why did the Scorpion God have to die? And will he come back? In the plot, like, legitimately. It is a question I have to ask because I do like the Scorpion God more than the other two. Like, the Locust God is too many bugs. Like, at least with Scoot Swarms, they're not flying around, you know? And also it goes infinite with a ham sandwich. And then, like, that one was eating the Hemka. And then, you know, I didn't like that one because it's red-blue, and it does red-blue stuff that's, like, annoying. Okay, exile non-land permanent. Okay, cool, I'll just put it in my command zone, then. Asshole. But yeah, I'm mostly curious about it because it's like, okay, great, you have, you know, these three gods that were brainwashed under Ballis, right? And the Scorpion God was the one that had to die. They're all
black, and they all share black in their color identity. So the question remains. Firstly, there are 6 of them, okay? The Scorpion God, like the Locust and the Scarab God, are part of a group of gods on Amonkhet called the Chitin Court. This has been confirmed in their lore, okay? And yes, I am a lore nerd, so I'm explaining this to those who don't know. But basically, this Chitin Court, there are, I think, 6 gods. I'm not too sure. I think 5. Much like the regular gods of Amonkhet that were there beforehand. Bolas did slaughter quite a few of them. And if I do remember correctly, there was a whole thing about it. But yeah, it was definitely a bit weird. Why didn't it let me cycle you down? Well, that's no fun. Well, anywho. So, yeah, the Chitin Court, there is the Scorpion, the Scarab, and the Locust, which we have seen. Then there's the Wasp, the Fly, and I think one more. But I'm not sure if there's a 6th one or not. But I know that potentially based on hints from the ones we do have, the other 2 or 3 members of the Chitin Court would be black aligned. Because it wouldn't make sense otherwise, you know? Because, like, you know, I'd imagine one would be black-white, and one would be black-green. And then, if there is a 6th one, it would probably be mono-black. Kind of, like, round out the trio since, well, the quartet or what have you. Or quintet, I think. No, that's 7, isn't it? Hextet? I don't know. Or, hextet. Yeah, it's not exactly my forte, this whole thing. But, yeah. So, I'm just genuinely curious what they're going to do with it. Because now that Bolas is back in the multiverse, thanks to Ugin being a dumbass and not properly sealing his wards, like every single jailer in fiction. Like, come on, why does that have to be a trope? and why does Ugin have to suck at his job at imprisoning Bolas? I don't know, but, you know, Bolas is now back. And because of memories he gleaned from Jace, he now remembers who he is. And no one else does, which is bad, because a Bolas unseen is a Bolas unknown. And a Bolas unknown is a danger to everything. The set. Yeah, it's absolutely diabolical that, like, they let Bolas out in the plot. You know, I thought, oh, great, it's just stupid writing again. But when I looked at it deeper, I realized, okay, it's been 7 years since Bolas came out of the meditation realm, right? Surely things have changed. And I wonder how Elder Dragons adjust to find things better than humans, or do they not? If they don't, that would be pretty interesting. To kind of just see, you know, Bolas being unable to properly figure out how to yeah. Oh. Anywho, yeah, my opponent has a summon Shiva, so I figured they were gonna tap that. I'm gonna have to block it with Soul Stinger, aren't I? I really don't want to, but at the same time... Oh, come on. Bombadil, why do you have to... So annoying. At least it's not Bombadil. Which is what a nickname I've given to Bombadil players who play certain sagas that go in consecutive order, and then they eventually run out of sagas, but that's when it gets dangerous, because then they'll have all the tools they need to make Bombadil permanently indestructible by just looping the same saga over and over and over by reanimating it. Which is completely moronic, and you should not be able to do that. But yeah, it exists, and I hate it. I know I'm playing badly, but I honestly don't care, because I'm already losing anyway. Why is my phone being garbage? Let's see. I'll discard that because Harold isn't doing anything. Oh shit! No, I could have. Dang it! I could have played that and not wasted my mana. Oh well. It. And so comes the gift. The gift that keeps on giving. Yes, I like this. What? But, you know. Okay. Cool. So, now I'm gonna have a 4/4 zombie factory. That's good. So, let's go ahead and... interrupt them. Yeah, basically my whole plan is to kind of interrupt what they're doing. And then, yeah, -1 counter dies, I draw a card. And then when I draw, it'll be good. And then I Mountain Cycle, which will then make me discard, putting a -1 counter on all their creatures. Thank you, opponent, for providing me this opportunity to dick you in the butt. I'm being rude, but really it's funny, so I don't care. Yeah, see, this is why I like land tutor, like land cycling. You can just do combos like that, and it's a great time. And now I get a bunch of draw triggers off of Scorpion God. And I do my third card in the turn, so I get to amass. And now the tide of this battle is looking like it's in my favor. Good. Excellent. And then I'll be able to cycle Hollow One next turn. And make them regret existence a little bit. Okay, I mean, the more creatures you play, opponent, the worse it's gonna get. You know that, right? Like, it's gonna get worse. There's no joking or beating around the bush here. There's no beating around the bush. It's not funny at all. It's magic. The battering. It's tragic, this battering you're about to receive. But unfortunately, I have to give it. Because if you ask for it, I'm gonna have to give it. Yeah. Genuinely, though, I want to build a deck around Yidaro, but I don't know how yet, so it's still a matter of figuring that out. But someday I'll find it. Ooh, another cycling ability. Fun. I love cycling. You know why? because I get to cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle. And everyone loves cycling except for the opponent. Because they're about to bear witness the absolute dumbest thing ever. Oh boy. Man, do I love cycling. My opponent is about to have a nice ocean of creatures that just suddenly and unexpectedly die. And it's going to be great because I'm going to be able to just completely turn the table on them. And it gets around indestructible too. As if I needed more excuses. And I have more cycling cards in my hand. And if I have more cycling cards in my hand, that's great. Now Godfarrow's gift is going to trigger, and I'm going to reanimate a certain creature I cycled earlier. You know, a Chefnet Archfiend. Well, it's not so much reanimation as just embalming or eternalization, but you get the idea. And now, boom. Everything is coming up me. It's my day in history to be the winner. And you know what? I like winning. I really like winning. But yeah, it's my day in history. And you know what? If I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win. Okay, kindly die. Oh wow, perfect math too. Didn't even have to do any additional cycling. That's cool. Yeah. I think honestly that this is probably the best way to build a Scorpion God. Just cycling and then doing the Amonkhet thing. But yeah. Godfarrow's Gift is a genuinely fun card. I enjoy cards because it's just fun, you know? Oh, well. Well, my phone's at 1%, so I guess I'm going to have to stop for today. But yeah. This is 1.5 times longer. Or wait, no. 2.5 times longer than a standard video. Ain't that a fun time? So, total runtime, 2 hours, 32 minutes, and for a slowly increasing interval of seconds. So, thank you for watching, and here's to 5 more years.